Broncos country, Raider Nation, what's going on? It's a friendly neighborhood. Rawhide and Dave, we're going to give you our NFL picks. We're going to talk about the craziness that happened in the NFL this week, the trade deadline, and hopefully we can finally pick this Thursday night game correctly, Rob, man. I'm getting a little nervous here. But before we get started, rest in peace, Marshawn Nealon. Just terrible, tragic. It's awful. But Rawhide, how are you doing today with everything? And hope you've had a good week so far, man.
Yeah, no, with this sad news, bro, you just got to process it, man. I really hate that. It makes you scratch your head and wonder, what I'm saying, what people may be going through to make those type of decisions, man. And I hate it more so for the family members, right? And people who are close to them, right, to have to go through and deal with that. So, I guess it's a sad day, bro. It's sad.
Yeah, it is, man. Prayers for everybody, for his family, for the team. Yeah, hard to put into words, those types of things. But it's hard to put into words, kind of, too, giving up 2 firsts for Sauce Gardner. And, man, we're going to get
great transition. Great transition, Dave.
That might have not been the best transition, but
I like it. I like it.
Maybe that's why we're here on YouTube, not doing this in front of a studio audience. But
I like it.
But, man, it was a crazy trade deadline. I want to get your thoughts on that before we get into the preview and picks, man. You had, Jacoby Myers going to Jacksonville. We talked about Sauce Gardner a little bit on Tuesday. Did we see the Quinnen Williams trade? I think that
came after on Tuesday. Yes, it came after. Right, it came after. Dallas received Quinnen Williams. The Jets got a first-round draft pick in 27 and a second-round draft pick in 26, and also that defensive tackle, Mazi Smith. I think Dallas drafted him on not this past draft, but the draft before, I do believe.
Okay.
He's 24. No, I'm sorry. It was 3 years ago. So he got 3 years of experience. He's 24 years old. 6'3", 337. Yeah, so.
Do the Cowboys have a plan, man, or are they just, pissing in the wind when it comes to the deals?
Okay, let me just be honest with you, man. I personally, I like what Dallas is doing, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I do like it. Let me tell you why. Let me explain why. Okay. I believe that's how you build teams, right? Hey, front to rear, inside out. So, the defensive line, offensive line first. Then you go towards the back end, and on that defensive line, you do interior, outside. And I think they had to start over on that defense. I get it, right? People might upset, or people think it was a bad deal to get rid of my man at Green Bay, Michael Parsons. But what they paid Michael Parsons and what he gave you overall on that defense, I don't believe was good. I don't believe he helps. So since that's the case, you need to stop the run first, because the rule of thumb is you got to earn the right to rush the passer. So you need to stop the run. And I think getting Quinnen Williams there, and who they get from Green Bay, Carter, I think is that his last name? Kenny Clark. They got him, so they got 2 staples on the inside. They still got a draft pick, and they went and got Logan Wilson at linebacker. So it ain't gonna help this season, no. But I think it helps in the future.
I'm happy for the Jets, man. They need to blow that thing up. They got these high salaries, and hopefully this is a positive sign that they're going to stick with Aaron Glenn. I think he can figure it out. I think he can right this shit, but it's not going to happen this year. They're going to have a ton of picks in the first and second rounds over the next couple of years, and it's going to be fun to see who they draft at quarterback this year. But anyways, let's
Dave,
get
you don't
in.
like what Dallas doing? You didn't like that?
I mean, I think it's it makes sense, right?
Uh-huh.
It makes sense, man. They're still gonna need an edge rusher.
Yeah,
They're
still
still
going
gonna
to do
need
that.
that, man. So I mean, I like it in a vacuum. I don't necessarily like this right after trading Micah Parsons, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
I I I think you make a very, very I think my opinion on it is a little bit more based in emotion.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. You know, I don't like how the Cowboys operate sometimes. I just don't like it, man. I don't think Jerry has a plan, man. I don't think he's got a plan. So, yeah, we'll have to see how it all transpires for the Cowboys here moving forward. But let's go ahead and get into our Week 10 picks in Raw. Last week was very strange. We were basically picking all the same teams except Jags, Raiders, and it went into the final play, essentially, of overtime. On a 2-point conversion, the Raiders fail, and you move up one game closer to catching me in the NFL Pick'em. Now only 2 games behind. Want to get your thoughts on that, and then also, is this the end of Kyler Murray? We picked the Cowboys to win, but it was the Jacoby Brissett Arizona Cardinals that beat those Dallas Cowboys, man.
Okay. Which one you want first? Which one you want first? Which one you want first?
Let's talk about the Cardinals first, because then we can transition to Broncos Raiders.
Okay, then.
The
Cardinals first. I think they got to do it, and I think the writing's on the wall. They put them on IR for 4 additional weeks. We're at week 10. That puts us at week 14. I don't know if they have a bye in the next 4, but it tells me that they are done with Kyler Murray. Now, I don't think that necessarily means that he will be traded this season, because I think we talked about it on the previous show about the cap hit and everything. Yeah. So there's a lot of money that they would have to absorb if they wanted to get rid of him. But I think as far as winning ball games and listening to people who make decisions there, it sounds like they want more of a prototypical, quiet, just about football playing type of quarterback. And I ain't mad at him for that, right? They're not looking for a showstopper. I'm not mad at that. And I'm not mad at Kyler Murray. I still think he's a great talent. But you cannot waste a top 5 pick on a wide receiver and not get anything out of him with Kyler Murray. And Brissett, you're getting some value out of your pick with Brissett playing the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The whole operation just looks more consistent 100%. And better with him doing this. And I just double checked his cap hit. If they cut him or his dead money for 2026, it would be $57.7 million. Now you could probably split that between 2 years. I would not rule it out, him being released, and that could be interesting because you know who he ends up with. The New York Jets.
Oh my God. I don't think they're doing that anymore. I think they're done. I do not see them doing that anymore.
I'll never rule out the Jets on changing course here very quickly, but let's go ahead and dive into these picks, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. Guys, please like, hype, subscribe, join the chat, subscribe to Rawhide Media in the link in my description. We got Broncos versus the Raiders. Now, the Raiders, Rawhide, I need to know your thought on that Jags game, man. But the Raiders actually scored a season high 29 points. Was it? I think it was 29 points against the Jags. It took an extra quarter, but they are coming off of their highest offensive performance. What are your thoughts on the Raiders this past game and with them going into this matchup?
Yeah. First off, it was kind of shocking, right? For the Raiders to put up that type of score, which makes you kind of scratch your head tonight, and you know how bad we are picks on Thursday.
I know.
But man, I was surprised, man. I was surprised. But let's just be honest about it. the Raiders have the best catching player in the country with their tight end Brock Bowers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, and I'm including wide receivers in that also. My man is a beast. He's always open. So shout out to Brock Bowers. I think the most valuable asset on that whole Raiders team. It's unfortunate for Geno Smith. Hey, he's 11 for 11, 11 touchdown throws, 11 picks so far this season.
Good Lord.
Isn't that bad? Isn't that bad?
Yeah.
But the fact that even the Jaguars allowed this game to even go into overtime, I think is a tad bit disappointing for a lot of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what can you say? Hey, it's the NFL. Everybody has a team. Everybody can play. So these type of things, these kind of things are expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Raiders. This is a game opened up at 10.5. I've seen other sports books now have the spread at -8.5 because again, it is Thursday night.
Whoa, wait. Let me get my pick then. I was talking about last week. I'm sorry, Dave. I apologize.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was just finishing up last week what I thought about that. Oh, my pick, again, that's my fault.
No, you're good.
For my pick, I'm going with the Broncos, but I am picking the Broncos to win. Just to let y'all know, though, I am going to bet the Raiders to win the game personally. Okay, let me just throw that out. That's why I was just like. So let me just say that they're plus 400. I'm showing them plus 400.
Okay.
I am going to pick the Raiders to win to bet, but for the sake of the show. And speaking in the realm of reality, the Broncos will win the ball game.
Dude, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, this is a tricky one, man, because I think the closer we get to this game on Sunday after we beat the Texans, I'm like, man, we're about to go whoop the Raiders. But then I started thinking once Tuesday rolled around, I'm like, oh, shoot, this is a Thursday night game. They never go how you want them to go, man.
Never.
Never at all, dude. So Brock Bowers had 3 touchdowns last game. He had I think almost 200 receiving yards. Yes, they traded Jacoby Myers. But this is going to be a test for Jahdae Barron, our first-round pick. He has done very well in coverage on tight ends, particularly Jake Ferguson. A few weeks ago against the Cowboys, picked off Ferguson's only target from Dak Prescott. He was shutting things down. But I think it is so important without having Pat Surtain out there that we need the rest of our DBs to really step up, even without Jacoby Myers out there for the Raiders. I think that they're just going to be peppering Brock Bowers. That's the only path to victory for the Raiders right now with how terrible their run blocking is, in my opinion, going up against our defense. Their only path to victory is hoping that Brock Bowers can burn us. And, I mean, he lit us up last year. He tore us up last year. I'm a little nervous about him. But, dude, this is a 7-2 Broncos team. Number 2 in our power rankings, baby. They cannot lose this game. They got the throwback jerseys on. They're undefeated in the throwback jerseys, man. The vibes are at an all-time high. Bo Nix, I want to see him play a complete, 4 quarters. But we don't need a complete 4 quarters to beat this Raiders team. I'm just going to say it, man. So we'll see how it all goes, man. We'll see how it all goes. I want to read a few comments here really quickly regarding this game. So Crumble Cookie saying they never go how you want them to go for the away team, not the home team. Home teams have a way bigger advantage on Thursday, just as long as they're not the Buffalo Bills, baby. David's saying 44-20 Broncos. Vic says he's heading to the casino to do some gambling and watching the game. Send all the good vibes my way. Let's go. And David's also saying some Raider podcast members are saying Geno might get double-digit sacks put up on him tonight.
I'm increasing my bet. They have just made. I went for putting a couple of dollars on it. Now I'm scratching my head. I think I may take the Raiders in triple-digit numbers now. Look, I have seen this happen so many times. Dave, come on, Dave. You got to be with me on this, though. When you get all that, hey, when I'm hearing the Raiders podcast people talking about double-digit sacks, I'm like, oh my God, this is not going to happen.
Dude, I wouldn't be feeling this way if it wasn't Thursday night, dude. Just weird things happen on Thursday night now. I do got my Broncos, man. I do got my Broncos, but the Raiders, they got some guys that can step up and make some plays. And dude, we've gone this long into the show and we haven't even mentioned they got Max Crosby, man. And
they do have Max Crosby.
Max Crosby. Sometimes, man, the Broncos would have 3 guys on the offensive line blocking him last year, man. That's how good of a defensive lineman he is, man. That's how he might be the best pound for pound player in the NFL, man. Max Crosby. So what you got to do is simple. Stop Max Crosby. Mm-hmm. Don't let them complete passes to the tight end Brock Bowers.
Mm-hmm.
Special teams got to be good because it was terrible last week. Oh man, it was awful. And Bo Nix hit some passes there in the first half, and we'll be okay, man. We'll be okay. Yeah. So give me Broncos. Maybe I'll put some money on them to cover, baby, because that's how they should handle this game. Absolutely. So
I'm with you down there. Make sure you put me down. I got the Broncos winning.
Oh, I got it.
I'm just taking the Raiders in the money line.
I got it, man. You sound like me making bets on my Colorado Buffaloes.
Hey, you know what you got to do is you got to flip the curse. So since we can't pick the games, for some reason, the power, if you put money on it, though, the power levels it. You know what I mean? So, hey, I got to go with that. And look, man. You all can't even afford it. I mean, let's just say, for instance, why am I even going to put it? I'm not even going to say that. What I'll say is this. I think each divisional game is extremely crucial into the Broncos and where they want to finish the season. Mm-hmm. So I don't think they should be sleepwalking into this game, which bodes well for the Broncos.
Yeah. Outsider, you're not that late, dude. We've only picked one game. It's all good. We're going Broncos. Do I have any other thoughts on this game? I don't think so. We're just without Marvin Mims. We'll be okay, hopefully. But I do have you marked down for the Broncos. Mm-hmm. Let's move on. Let me find the right tab here. Oh, man. 2 teams that I hate. The Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts with Sauce Gardner. Yeah, how about that? They say Adonai Mitchell, it's not working out. I still think he's insanely talented, but whatever. Bring in Sauce Gardner, most overpaid corner in the NFL. And honestly, in my opinion, Rawhide, they don't even need Sauce Gardner to go out and beat the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going with the Colts in this game, man, purely because the Atlanta Falcons are one of the most volatile teams in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that. We don't know what Atlanta Falcons team we're going to see on the 9th. I will say, but they're playing in Berlin, though, Dave. So I think that adds a little wrench into the picks. Now, I'm going with the Colts. I mean, I think, man, you spoke on it on Tuesday. The Colts, the decision makers, must truly believe that the Colts have a quarterback. First off, I think that says more. I think that says more than anything. Looks like Daniel Jones will get read up with the Colts, right? He's going to be their quarterback of the future, and they believe they got a team. When you give away 2 first-round draft picks for Sauce Gardner, you just said that, hey, I'm not going quarterback fishing in the next couple of years, right? A first round in 26, a first round in 27, which is amazing to me for Sauce Gardner. You know, that is extremely wild. And Sauce Gardner is a good player. He's not Patrick Surtain. He ain't that.
That's right.
He is a good player.
He's not Derek Stingley.
No, he ain't that either. Yeah, he ain't that either. So to command 2 first-round draft picks, I am blown away about that. It looks like it's more so about the Colts trying to grab opportunity here. They think they can make a run, so maybe they see something that I don't see, and I'll end it with this. If I can make the bet, and I have not found anywhere where I can bet it yet, I am going to load up on a bet that the Colts will not win one playoff game.
I love that you texted me that. Was it last night?
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
And I will honestly, of course, being an AFC guy, be rooting for the Falcons to win this game. If the Falcons win this game, man, Colts instantly fall out of my top 10, man. Absolutely. And we'll see if the Daniel Jones experience that happened last week, if that was just a bump in the road, or if it's, the changing of the guard, so to speak. We're getting the real Daniel Jones back for the rest of the season. We'll have to see.
Well, if y'all listen to me, please, if y'all see that bet somewhere, let me know. Let me know where I can get that, because I want to load up on it. Like,
I wonder, because Kalshi, as well as ProfitX, former sponsor of the show, you can make your own bets. So you might look into that and see if someone will take the other side of, and I think the Colts will win a playoff game. We'll have to see how creative you can get over there. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
Now, this is going to be a fun game, man. Your New York Giants up against Caleb Williams and the Bears. Dude, what was the end of that game against the Bengals? How about the Bears, man? I thought they were blowing the game. Was that the first onside kick recovered in the NFL this year from Cincinnati?
I don't know if it was the first, but it's the first one I've seen.
Yeah. And I mean, I was just shocked. It was great to see Colston Loveland come up with that big play. And honestly, man, I'm happy for Caleb Williams. They needed to win a shootout, man. The Bears needed to win a shootout. I'm happy that Caleb Williams had this miraculous touchdown drive at the end of the game for them to get the win. It was beautiful. And did you see Chase Brown's reaction after the game? Priceless.
No, I missed it.
In front of the media, if you got kids, cover your ears. But he's like, we go up to take the lead. Can we just finish the fucking game for once?
Oh my god! But they 31 points scored in the fourth quarter. Yeah. 16 by 1, 15 by Cincinnati, 16 by Chicago, 15 by Cincinnati, man. Dude, they scored touchdowns at like 37 seconds, 49. You don't see that often.
No.
I thought it was a video.
It was like Arena League football there, man.
Super Tecmo Bowl from back in the day. I'm like, this is crazy. Insane, man. Insane.
But I'm going with the Bears in this one, man. I know that you have a partiality or whatever towards the New York Giants, but yeah, who are you going with in this game?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, bro. I got to go with the Bears also. I think the Giants need to go ahead and wrap it up. It's unfortunate for their head coach Brian Daboll. You know how I feel about him. I still think he's a good head coach, but it is what it is, man. I don't see them winning this game. They're playing in Chicago also. And I didn't even know. I just realized, just food for thought, man, the Bears the stadium that they're going to build, that's going to be a dome. Did you know that?
Yes. Yeah.
That's kind of, makes me scratch my head on that. When I think of the Bears, I think of
I know, man.
Hard-nosed, cold. You know what I mean? I feel like that takes a look away from it a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I'm going with the Bears, man. I think this should be they should not have very much trouble with them. It depends on what Caleb Williams does. If he's out there playing okay ball, they should win hands down.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Scottaboo means a lot to the Giants, man. I know a lot of people don't want to put any stock in that, but I think he is the type of guy that he kind of he gives them a little oomph, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and missing him hurts.
I think so, man. All right, Buffalo Bills. They got their yearly win against Kansas City in the regular season. They're playing the Miami Dolphins, and I got to say this, man. Mike Florio came on today, or maybe it was last night, was talking about how, man, the Broncos were right in there with Jalen Waddle, man, trying to get him. But they wanted a first plus, whatever that means. A first plus. My guess is a first plus a nice player, first plus maybe a third rounder, something like that as well. It's just a little too rich for their blood. Killing me, man. That would have been awesome if we could gotten Jalen Waddle out here, but it is what it is. I thought Miami would have moved on from a few more guys after firing Chris Greer and, of course, trade Jalen Phillips to the Philadelphia Eagles. But, man, I got to comment on this, man. Chris Greer, I think he was the GM there, 8-9 seasons or so?
Yeah.
Not one playoff win, man. That's insane he had that long of a runway.
Right. Right. And he was homegrown. I think he was a scout and he moved all the way up. So in the organization. So yeah, it's biggest mistake they made. They didn't listen to the head coach and draft Justin Herbert. It's the biggest mistake they made. As a matter of fact, they made two mistakes. Well, in recent. They did the exact same thing to Nick Saban. Nick Saban wanted Drew Brees. The Dolphins wanted Dante Culpepper. They got Dante Culpepper, and we know what happened to him. So he was nothing. And we know what happened to Drew Brees. He went on to win the Super Bowl in New Orleans that never wins. And those are two key mistakes that the Miami Dolphins has made. And I would call kind of recent history of the organization that has set that organization back years. You know, so they just messed it up, bro. They messed it up. But this game, the Bills and the Dolphins, I said all of that, Dave. I am taking the Bills, but let me say this. I was hesitant.
Tell me why.
Reason why the Bills are going to the Dolphins, and the Bills just came off that big win against Kansas City. They just came off that big win, Kansas City, which is their in-season Super Bowl. They're going to the Dolphins to play. And I was like, they may be primed for an upset. I wasn't convicted enough to pick them, but I want to throw that out there, guys. So if you're watching the game and it doesn't look very well, you know you heard it here first. Yeah.
Throw some money on that plus 9.5.
You know what? I probably will. It's plus 450. So right now I'm showing plus 450. So yeah, I probably will. As a matter of fact, I'll probably parlay it. I'll probably do it both ways. I'm gonna go to Raiders tonight. I'll probably go to Dolphins, and then I'll put them together for a 2-game parlay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm going with the Bills. That's all I got to say, man. They're top 10 team going up a team that's not top 10, bottom 10. Bills, baby. And let's move on to, I think, a very, very exciting matchup. And I got to hear your thoughts on this first. The New England Patriots at 7-2, going into Tampa Bay, coming off a bye week, right? I think they're coming off a bye week. 6-2. They're injured like crazy, but I'm going to read the injuries right now. Chris Godwin's questionable. Bucky Irving's questionable. Hassan Reddick, questionable. That's all we got right now that matter. Thoughts on this matchup, man? Where are you going?
You say Marquise Watts. He don't matter, huh?
Oh, did I miss him?
No, I don't know how vital he is, but I'll say this. But
he's got one tackle. Yeah.
There you go. now, the New England, they got some questionable players too. You know, Christian Gonzalez, Christian Ellis, Keishawn Booty, right? So I did take a minute to look this game over and try to get a pick out of it. I felt like if me and you differ on the game, it'll probably be this one. I am leaning, or I picked the Buccaneers simply because they're playing at home. Even a matchup predictor has them at 57.5% to win. And they're minus 2.5, which really says that the New England is favored by a half point.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay being at home to get the 3. So I think it's going to be a great game, and I think again, from our Tuesday show, if y'all hadn't seen it, please tune in to our power rankings. Is that we mentioned on that show that we will find out what the Buccaneers are in the next 3 weeks, and this is one of the games. So I am going to go with the Bucs. I don't feel extremely confident about it, but since they're playing at home, that's where my pick is going to go.
You're killing me, Rawhide. I'm going with the Bucs too. I think.
What?
Yeah, I know. I kind of dogged on them on Tuesday, but thinking about this, New England Patriots have had one of the softest schedules in the NFL right now. And the Buccaneers, I think they've had a lot of really tough tests and a lot of impressive victories. So I think they get an ugly win, man. Yeah. I think the game might be a little bit all over the place. But if they can muddy it up a little bit, Tampa wins those games. So I'm going with Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. That's right. Baker Mayfield, baby.
One of the best.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Doesn't with practice squad guys right now. So, yeah, let me write down Bucks for both of us. Okay, this one. Got to know where your head's at with this. Houston probably going to be without CJ Stroud, concussion. Jacksonville, they did get Jacoby Myers. That's cool.
Yes, they did.
But, there's a team that barely beat Las Vegas on the road. Now they're going up against still the number one defense in the NFL from a points per game metric. Where are you going in this matchup? Houston Texans are minus 1.5.
Honestly, I don't think this is going to be a difficult game at all. I'm showing CJ Stroud is going to be out. I don't know if Jacoby Myers is going to play in this game since he just got traded, but I got the Jaguars winning this game fairly easy actually, and also Jacksonville's kind of beat up too. Houston's for sure, but Jacksonville's kind of beat. I got quite a few people that's questioning for the game, but I don't see a reason why Jacksonville shouldn't win this game. Now, again, I think we spoke on it earlier. It's the NFL. Jacksonville had a hard time with the Raiders. If that's any indication, I understand why a person would doubt this game. But with CJ Stroud being out, bro, I got to go with Jacksonville.
Oh, I love this. I'm going with Houston Texans, man.
What?
Yeah. I'm going with the Houston Texans. Hear me out, man. Hear me out. I think this defense, they're going to obliterate the Jags, man. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence going up against this elite defense that they got. No way. I think it could be turnover city with a quarterback that has been turnover prone. And then let's talk about Davis Mills, okay? Davis Mills. He didn't play very good, really, once he got into the game, man. But he didn't take the snaps all week. They weren't preparing for him to play quarterback, right?
100%.
They get the whole week to prepare with him. And I think Davis Mills is one of the better backup quarterbacks in the NFL. That's just my opinion. They got Nico Collins back, and they're a desperate team, man. They're a desperate team. Where are they at? Like 3-6 right now? I think something like that. They have to start winning a lot of games to get back in the playoff picture. But if the Indianapolis Colts lose on Sunday morning, that could give them another big, bump of energy to go out there and get this victory, man. I don't think the Texans have quit yet. I don't think they've quit. With that defense, they have not quit. Give me Davis Mills to get the victory over Jacksonville. But mainly it's because of this defense, man. I'm picking this defense. Trevor Lawrence can't beat elite defenses.
Okay. All right. I got you. I don't have very much faith in Houston. They hadn't been good. Let's just be honest about it. They hadn't been good all season. And now they're playing with the backup. I get it. I don't know what to say, bro. What do you say to that? I don't know what to say.
Dude, I was just a big Jaguars believer at the beginning of the season, man. And I think it took about 4 or 5 weeks for me to just completely give up on them.
So think about that for a second. We don't believe Houston has been good at all this season.
No.
Right? And now not only we couple that with they're missing their quarterback. Hard for me to pick them to win. But again, it's NFL, bro. Anything can happen. I give you that. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And I guess it kind of evens out because, Cam Little, he can hit a field goal from like 80 yards, I guess, if they need to. But, the Texans, they got one of the better punters in the NFL. So the Jags probably are going to be going long fields every single time when they have possession. So this actually might be a game that I pay closer attention to than, I would have figured maybe a couple days ago.
I'm with you.
Okay. Another tank bowl that I might pay attention to is the Cleveland Browns. I think they're coming off their bye, right? They didn't play last week. Dylan Gabriel going up against, I guess it's going to be Justin Fields again because they got the win. They got the win 2 weeks ago. Both of these teams, I guess, are coming off their bye. Going to New York. Cleveland, amazing defense. New York Jets, they just gutted the roster. Yeah. How do you feel about this? Cleveland's -2.5 at home.
Oh,
or on the road, rather.
Okay. Let me start off by saying this: Cleveland Browns. I don't know what you're doing. Okay. And what I mean by that is now maybe his contract is untradeable. I do not understand why you did not get rid of Myles Garrett. I just don't understand that.
Dude, they could have gotten 4 firsts in this economy.
You're right about that, bro. I mean, you're at a point where you're going to be, which you are. Let's just be honest about it. The Cleveland Browns, they are the knockoff version of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Pittsburgh Steelers is craft. The Cleveland Browns is great value, or store brand, and ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a race to the bottom. You and the Jets are racing to the bottom for the number 1 overall draft pick. You're not gonna win. And by the time you get the team good enough, all that money you paid to Myles Garrett, just like the Steelers, they're gonna age out. I don't understand why they did not trade Myles. You got to get rid of Myles Garrett and get the picks. I love what the Jets did. I know I kind of spoke heavily on the Cowboys, because we were talking about, it was Cowboys specific, I think, question, but the Jets are doing the right thing. The Jets to me, the Jets said, hey, head coach, we believe in you. We're going to, you got time. And they said, this team ain't good, and we're going to redo the culture, so you got rid of the guys. Cleveland, do the same thing. Do the same thing, bro. Put a plan in there. There is absolutely no reason to have a great defense, a Super Bowl caliber defense, and not be able to generate any points. No wide receivers. Offensive line is trash. Don't know who your quarterback is. You are the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, another, another parallel. You are the Dallas Cowboys, except on the opposite side of the ball. You are, You are a heck of a defense and a terrible offense. Dallas is a heck of an offense and a terrible defense. So get rid of Myles Garrett, get the picks, stockpile the picks, and allow everybody to age together. Age together. Y'all been looking. Okay, if y'all don't understand what I'm saying, look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, Pittsburgh literally is doing it. It did it. And that's what they're doing. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get off my soapbox. I get off my soapbox right there. As far as the game goes, saying all of that, the Browns was going. I got the Browns winning the game. The Jets just told you there is no value in winning games. If the Jets win, if I'm a fan of the Jets and they win another ball game, I would be pissed.
After you trade those franchise players.
Yeah, trade franchise players. Why would you win? I mean, that makes no sense at all.
Well, remember they were winless for most of that Trevor Lawrence draft, right? And then they won a game. I forget who it was against, kind of there at the end. And yeah, they ended up with Zach Wilson.
And remember Houston did the same thing. Fired the coach when he won that game too. Fired him.
Yeah. Lovie Smith doing the
Lovie Smith.
Yeah. Lovie Smith.
Yeah. He screwed him, bro. They were mad about that too, right? It never made a whole lot of headlines, but they were mad about that. So, bro, do not, guys. Cleveland. I don't know, bro. I don't understand it. I don't know. Give me your thought. What do you think?
Dude, I hate picking this game, man. I hate picking this game because Cleveland, they got an elite defense, man. But, I mean, they're a trash team too, man. You think that they're just going to roll up into New York and dominate the Jets even without Sauce Gardner and Quentin Williams? I don't think that's the case, man. I think that this is going to be another ugly game. Now, the New York Jets, they have been absolutely awful when they've gone up against above average defenses this year, and that doesn't surprise me with what they do on offense and who their quarterback is, right? But for the Jets, some things going in their direction. Garrett Wilson was limited in practice yesterday. I would hope that he plays. They didn't trade Breece Hall. All right, that's good. But I'm a little bit worried about the Jets' run defense with Quentin Williams now gone. And the Browns can't pass the ball, man. They can throw to the flats. They can throw screen plays. But they don't necessarily need to put a lot on Dylan Gabriel, in my opinion, to win this game, man. Go with your running backs. Quinshon Judkins is healthy, right? I want to make sure before I go out and pick the Browns.
He's not on the injury list. No.
Dude, he's been the best running back out of this rookie class this year. Quinshon Judkins. Which I feel so justified in that, I just got to say, because although I suck at fantasy football, in my dynasty rookie drafts, I picked Quinshon Judkins over Travion Henderson. And everybody was telling me to take Travion. He hasn't been very good in New England, but he also hasn't gotten a lot of time. But Judkins has been awesome. So I see this as a low-scoring game. What's the total points? 37.5. I'm hitting the under on that, baby. No doubt about it. I could see this being like a 16-14 game. Something terrible like that. So I'm going Cleveland to win this game. But I'm going to be rooting hardcore for the Jets, man. I want to see them win this game and see the reaction from the fan base, dude. I follow.
They are going to lose their mind.
Outside of Broncos channels on YouTube with the NFL, I follow Jets channels the second most. I watch so many Jets content creators, man. It is awesome. They are so entertaining to listen to them talk about their team. So I'm going to be rooting for the Jets to win, baby. But yeah, Cleveland, they're going to take care of this.
Before you go, I thought you had a Jets guy that watches. I forgot his name.
Eli.
I don't know where Eli's at. I would love to know whether he wants them to win. But my question to you, you may have mentioned it. Do you believe the Jets organizationally want to win another game?
Let me look at their schedule right now.
No, not can they. Do you think they want
Oh, do
to
you think they
win
want?
another
Yes.
game? You do? Okay.
Well, like
Okay.
what? The problem with these organizations is that they're fragmented as hell. So, what part of the organization?
Okay, like the GM and the owner. Do you think the GM and owner wants to win another game?
Absolutely not. No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. All right.
Aaron Glenn does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but no way, dude. They're doing the process now, like the
They
76ers.
are doing the process. Right? Yes, they are doing the process now.
The process.
Yeah.
Okay. New Orleans Saints and Tyler Shook up against the Carolina Panthers, and I was about to say CJ Stroud. Why am I blanking on his name? Bryce Young.
Who you talking about? Yeah, Bryce. Who?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryce Young. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look up the stats here for Tyler Shook's first game. He went up on the road against the Los Angeles Rams last week.
It's a bad
He
start.
Was 15 of 24, 176 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He was only sacked once, though. That's nice. Taysom Hill was their leading rusher with 30 yards. Broncos should have made the move, but it is what it is. And a big deal is that they traded Rashid Shaheed. And yeah, that's painful, man. I think for if you want the Saints to win games, man. And I got to say, man, New Orleans, I don't understand what they're doing. They traded for our 7th round, like 28-year-old wide receiver that we drafted last year out of Utah, Devon Vele. They gave up their 4th round pick this year and a future 7th in 27 for him. He has 5 catches on the year. He wasn't insanely productive with the Broncos last year as a 7th round pick. And you go and trade Rashid Shaheed for a 4th round pick and a 5th round pick.
Yeah, I think the reason they did that is because he was in the contract year.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm sure that they're looking at value now. Like, what he's going to command, is he worth it? So I think that had something. Now I hadn't read that anywhere, but when I found out, when I was looking into it, and I said, "Oh, okay, then he's due a contract. I think at 1 more year." So I was like, "Okay, that's probably why they traded. It's probably why." But
makes sense.
Yeah. So, but as far as the game goes, 2 bad teams, but I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Panthers. Right. The Panthers. I think the Panthers have been a lot better than me and you thought they were going to be. What is it? 5-4 on the season.
Dude, they have won their last 4 out of 5 games.
Yeah. So yeah. And the Saints, they're trash. Let's just call it what it is, man. They're trash. 1-8 on the season. Again, a race to the bottom. And so I got the Panthers winning this game, man.
Yeah, I'm starting to trust the Panthers a little bit, man. Dave Canales, you win 4 out of 5 in the NFL. You got to respect that, man. So I'm going with not CJ Stroud. Why do I always want to call him that? Bryce Young. I'm going with Bryce Young. I'm going to read his stats against the game against the Packers. That was a big surprise last week. They beat the Packers, dude, in Green Bay. How about that? Or this was a couple weeks ago. Oh, my God, dude. They ran for 163 yards against Green Bay. Bryce Young completed 11 out of 20 for 102 yards and an interception, and they won 16-13. So maybe I don't follow the Panthers too closely, but maybe they're doing this kind of all in spite of him to some extent. They have a tremendous running game. They got a great stable of running backs there in Carolina. And they just got back one of their more productive receivers from last season. I'm blanking on his name. He was a UDFA from like Holy Cross, and he had a tremendous season for him last year. Jalen Coker. So he got back against the Packers, and Tedero McMillan is looking good for the small amount of passing that they're doing. So maybe they still go and get another quarterback this year. We'll have to see.
Okay. All right.
Panthers. Let me write that down before I forget.
Yeah, Panthers. Yeah. So we both picked the Panthers in this game?
Yeah, I'm going Panthers.
Gotcha.
I'm going Panthers. I'm not picking the Saints. No way. All right.
And speaking of, because when you talked about the stats, they rushed for what, 160?
Yeah.
That's why you don't pay Michael Parsons $45 million a year.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. What if I have Kenny Clark in that game, right? Okay, Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore against the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings and J.J. McCarthy that beat the Detroit Lions on the road. How about that? Just some interesting statistics from that upset. You had J.J. McCarthy, 14 of 25 for 143 yards. That's a 5.7 yards per attempt. 2 touchdowns and a pick. He also took 5 sacks. But again, their run game, Aaron Jones came back and Jordan Mason came back. They ran for 142 yards to collectively as a team.
Yeah.
What'd you think of J.J. McCarthy?
He didn't answer any questions. How about that?
Yeah.
He played, but I thought he played well.
Yeah.
I thought he played well. So he didn't answer any questions, though. No, he didn't. So, and he's probably going to play well this upcoming game against the Ravens because that defense is still trash, or barbecue chicken, as I mentioned earlier. But let me say this, though. Obviously, I got the Ravens winning this game. I love the Ravens in domes. I love them in domes, bro. I love them. And they go into Minnesota. It's a dome. Now, sometimes, or there have been times where the DC at the Vikings has given Lamar Jackson problems. I don't think that's going to be an issue this game. As a matter of fact, I feel pretty confident about this game. I feel like the Ravens should run up the score on the Vikings. The question is, how much is the Baltimore Ravens defense going to give up? I didn't think Namne Matabike injury would matter that much. I get it. I know he's an all-pro and he's an interior guy, but he is extremely important to that defense. So, and he's out for the year, so that's fine. But before we go too far in this is the question that I wanted to ask you that I talked about before the thing. Okay. Dave, who do you think there's more pressure to win the NFC North today, Rodgers or Lamar?
The AFC North?
Who do you think had more pressure on?
I think it's Lamar
quarterback.
I think it's Lamar Jackson, dude.
Okay.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is past his prime right now, man. He's won 2 MVPs in the last 4 years. Right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right.
Some people disagree with that on
this is how I thought about it. I'm like, I think this is one of the few seasons that if the Ravens don't make the playoffs, because of the hole that they dug at the beginning of the season, and the question is more so right today as we stand. The hole they dug at the beginning of the season and him being injured, if they didn't make the playoffs, I think you can rationalize why they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. But with Aaron Rodgers, with the lead, right, that he had gotten, and you not make the playoffs as we stand today, I think that'll be extremely disappointing.
That's true, man.
Yeah, but people did agree with you, though. They did agree with you. I just thought, man, if the Steelers don't make the playoffs, I think that's a tremendous failure as we speak on it Thursday, November the 6th. I think if the Ravens just so happen to miss the playoffs as we speak on a Thursday, November the 6th, it's disappointing, but it's understandable.
Yes. Yeah. The Steelers have been, even though they're still in the lead, man, they're starting to show some serious flaws.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. They are. But I got the Ravens to win this game. I got the Ravens to win this game.
I got the Ravens too, and I just can't quit Lamar Jackson. That's why I'm picking them, man. Who cares about that defense? Go and light it up against the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see him get it done on the road. All right, fun matchup. Seattle Seahawks are 6.5-point favorites hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Sam Darnold continues to play incredible football. Now gets another weapon in Rashid Shaheed. I really like what they're building there on offense. Of course, their defense is always going to be very good. And they take on Jacoby Brissett and an Arizona Cardinals team that I think could play the Seahawks pretty tough. That's my opinion on this. I think the Cards got a chance.
Playing in Seattle, I would say chance to win, no, but they may cover. Mm-hmm. They may cover. Sam Darnold, leading candidate for MVP. What do you think?
Yeah. Now there's going to be some anti-West Coast bias, right? Mm-hmm. But I think he's one of the best quarterbacks playing this year. Yeah. I've loved it.
I have to. So yeah, I'm thinking he's probably, at this point, he's 16 touchdowns this season, 2,084 yards. I guess Matthew Stafford may have him, and Matthew Stafford and my man at Baker Mayfield may have something to say about it, but I think Seattle has been more than impressive this season. Shout out to him. I'm trying to think how Arizona could have a chance to pull this game away. I don't see it, bro. Going into Seattle, if they were playing in Arizona, I'd feel a little bit different, but going to Seattle, it's an extremely difficult place to play. Yeah, I think Seattle's going to win this hands down.
I think so too, man. You got one of the best home field advantages in all of football.
Do you think they'll cover, though? Do you think Arizona will cover plus 6.5?
Man, that's
backdoor cover, maybe.
Backdoor cover. Screw it, dude. I think Seattle will cover, man. I think they will.
Oh, you think Seattle cover?
I think they're that good, man. They got the leading receiver in the NFL in JSN, man. And Jacoby Brissett, he might be better than Kyler Murray, but if Jacoby Brissett was a starting caliber quarterback, he wouldn't be backing up Kyler Murray to start the year. So
that's true.
Yeah.
I could see Seattle up by 13, 12, backside of the fourth quarter.
I mean, the way that they just obliterated the Commanders on the road last week.
Okay, we get to the Commanders. We got to talk about that. Well,
yeah. We're both going Seahawks. Let's get to it.
Yeah, Seahawks. Yeah.
Detroit Lions, 9.5 favorites on the road to the Washington Commanders. Go off on this, man. What a disaster. What a disaster of a season and a game for the Commanders.
Dave, talk to me about the decisions that was made at the backside of the game. What was that? Your quarterback.
Dude, Cliff Kingsbury. Whether it's designed runs, whether it's scrambles, dude. This is what everybody said about Jaden Daniels a year and a half ago when he was picked. Says it's not going to last long if he continues to take a bunch of hits. And we saw a nasty injury on Sunday, man.
That was nasty, bro. And they're not going to do it. But that was borderline a fireable offense.
I totally agree, man.
Huh?
I totally agree.
Because there was no reason for it, though. There's one thing, right? If you got your Broncos, y'all up by the same. I mean, y'all up or down by the same amount, and he's still playing Bo Nix, right? I don't have a big problem with that. All right, I don't, because Bo Nix is not injury prone, but a guy like Jaden Daniels, you gotta protect it. You gotta protect him.
I know. Was
I
that a
don't.
designed run or a scramble there on his injury? I can't remember.
I don't either. I don't remember it. I don't remember either. I don't understand. I just don't understand. At least he did come out and say he took blame for it. He did do that. I just I just thought it was the crazy. You just can't do that, bro. You got to protect him, man. You got to protect him, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You just
I'm
got
looking
to.
this up right now to see if I can find the full play. Or y'all let me know in the comments. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Dude, they called an RPO, dude.
yeah, and too, he got to be smart enough to understand
Why
how
are you
to.
calling an RPO, dude?
I mean, I get it though, but he gotta be smart. He got to protect himself, but the coach got to protect him from himself sometimes.
Yeah.
Why was he in the game is the question. Do you have a timestamp on it? What was that timestamp he got hurt on?
Let me see here. It was in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes and 34 seconds. They were down 38-7.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it was borderline fireable. Borderline.
Dude, fire Cliff Kingsbury, man. Send that guy back to college. I got, like you said last week, you got a school that needs an offensive coordinator here where his offenses will do just fine at the college level. But they always get figured out halfway through the year. They always tail off, dude. These offenses he runs always tail off in the second half of the year.
Yeah. It's sad, man. It's sad but true. But I hate to be right about the Commanders like this, though. That's the problem.
You are a number one hater from the preseason.
I hate to be right about them like this. That's the only thing. It's like, yeah, when you add context, the person like, yeah, raw, but yeah, you right, but you ain't right. You know what I mean? So I always thought they'd take a step back, but I hate that they're taking a step back like this. Hey, they're one game ahead of the Giants.
Dude, that's crazy. The Giants could finish with a better record than them.
Could finish with a better record, bro.
And I think you said the Commanders would finish last in the division.
Yeah, I did say that. I did say that.
That's funny, man. Yeah, I'm going with the Lions here. I imagine they're going to rebound well after a loss that they should be totally embarrassed about at home to the Vikings. So I'm putting.
Wait, who you going with? You going with Lions? I'll say Lions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm done with the Marcus Mariota show. It was fun while it lasted. Man, this is going to be a fun game here. Rams heading up to Santa Clara as 4.5-point favorites against the Niners. Niners, disappointing loss against the Texans. Were they on a bye week last week? No, they beat the New York Giants in New York 34-24. Mac Jones, 19 of 24, 235, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Christian McCaffrey had over 170 all-purpose yards and a couple touchdowns. This is going to be a fun one, man, because I think the Rams, they're one of the best teams in the NFL right now, too. But it seems like, I'm going to look up this stat right now.
Who's that?
Kyle Shanahan's record versus Sean McVay. It's more okay. Listen to this, dude. You'd think it would be like close to even, right? With these teams and coaches, dude. Kyle Shanahan is 11-7 against Sean McVay.
Oh, really? Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. It seems like the Niners, man, they always play the Rams tough. And they beat them earlier this year in LA, right? Let me pull this up.
What was it? You said earlier this year, the Rams?
On Thursday Night Football, they beat the Rams in LA 26-23.
Yeah, in overtime. It went to overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of gave that game away.
Yeah. But Dave, I hear all that. Yeah, I got the Rams though. I got the Rams, bro. I got the Rams. I'm sorry. I got the Rams. No. Yeah, not falling for it. Rams, I mean, that's 49ers are so injured. And also, let me ask you a question because you talked about that, McVay. Do you think he's a good coach?
I think he's a fantastic coach, man.
What about my man in San Francisco? You think he's a good coach?
Kyle Shanahan, I think he's a fantastic coach too. I think they're two of the best coaches in the NFL.
Okay, okay. My question to you is why do you think it ain't got to be in depth? What do you like about McVay?
His photographic memory. I mean, he can call back pretty much any play from any time throughout his career in the situation. So one, I think he literally is like has genius IQ. Everybody gets better with him. When you go to the Rams, everybody gets better. Yeah. And I think I just like head coaches that are geared towards the offensive side of the ball, but they're involved in all three aspects of the team, man. Sean McVay doesn't check out on defense or with special teams, man. He's involved with everything. Kyle Shanahan's the same way.
Gotcha. Okay, I just want to hear the fact that you said that people get better when they go there. All right, that you sold me on that. I think that's legit. I do think Kyle Shanahan is low overrated. I do believe that. I think he's low.
Well, Kyle Shanahan's a little bit more arrogant, and you see his flaws, I think, a little bit more clearly because of his attitude and his stubbornness.
Yeah.
He's just like his dad in that way.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold. I don't hold the Super Bowl loss when he was the OC on him when he was at Atlanta.
Yeah,
I don't hold that on him like a lot of people do. I still think that's a head coach issue. That's not an OC issue. And if you ever listen to me talk about OCs and head coaches, I never do that. But also, I just think that he has gotten into some great situations before. Not to say that he doesn't know what he's doing. I do think he knows what he's doing. I think he can lift an organization. I don't know if he can build an organization. Now, you follow me?
Yeah. It was very strange once you're talking about that. The first coach that popped in my head was Marty Schottenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of like Marty in that way?
Maybe. Let's take San Francisco for instance. What they were just. When did he take?
Are we talking about Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay?
Kyle Shanahan.
Okay, cool. That's who I thought we were talking about. Okay,
Kyle Shanahan. Who did he replace Harbaugh immediately?
No, they had that. They had Kelly.
Chip Kelly. Yeah, they had.
And then
Chip
they had
Kelly.
one other coach that was before Chip Kelly, right? The offensive line coach or whatever.
But the bones was there though, right?
I mean, yeah.
So I just think I don't know if he's a builder, bro.
It's his system, though, dude. I think again, it was just like Mike Shanahan, man. You don't need the best players on offense, and you saw that even before they acquired Christian McCaffrey, man. You had guys like, now I can't name any of the running backs before they had Christian McCaffrey. Freaking Jerick McKinnon, running all over the place, being successful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you haven't. And I think that there's been some conflict in terms of just direction between him and John Lynch. And I think you saw that play out perfectly with John Lynch wanting to go after and acquiring Trey Lance, whereas Kyle Shanahan more so just seemed like he wanted Mac Jones. But yeah.
Okay, now I never got that cleared up. Was that Was that a Kyle decision or a Lynch decision?
To my understanding, that was more of a Lynch decision.
Gotcha. Bro, they sold for him.
Yeah. Yeah. But then Kyle got his guy. Again, it's crazy how stuff repeats. He got his guy in that draft with Brock Purdy, right?
Was Brock Purdy his guy though?
Dude, I think so. It was just like RG3 and Shanning with Kirk Cousins, man. It's like, fine, you can draft this guy, but I'm gonna pick Kirk Cousins in the 4th round.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna do it. So yeah, like I don't know, man. I think that there has been more continuity with the entire franchise in LA compared to what has gone on with San Francisco. I think that there has been some ebb and flow in terms of who's calling the shots on, certain personnel, certain decisions. Okay. And while I think it's mostly aligned all the time, it hasn't been the entire time.
Gotcha. I got you. Okay, I had to look up. Yeah, see, San Francisco was rolling under Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Then in 14, they were 8-8. Harbaugh's last season was 14. Then in 15, it was 5-11 with Jim. What's that? Tom Slow. I don't know how to say it. And then they had Chip Kelly. In 16, it was 2-14. Okay, so that was 2 years, right? So that's 1, 2. That was 2 years removed, and then he got the job in 17 with 6-10, 18, 4-12, then 13-3.
Yeah. And it just shows you how good of a coach he is. I mean, they were really successful with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. They were. Okay. All right, then. I was just wondering. I hear people give Shanahan a lot of credit. And he would have had a Super Bowl. Garoppolo makes that pass.
Yeah.
If he completes that one pass.
You went Bo Nix right there.
Yeah, bro. They win the Super Bowl. Yeah. And that changes. Do you know how much that changes? They win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is not Patrick Mahomes that we see today.
Yeah, give me that universe, please.
So that's the thing.
But yeah, like I know Niners fans, they're incredibly entitled, man. Maybe it will run its course at some time, but none of the great coaches are without flaws in the NFL. But
100%.
I think that maybe you can name maybe 2 or 3 teams, whose fan bases wouldn't trade their head coach for Kyle Shanahan, man. In a vacuum.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay. Pierre Parcells, go to Cincinnati, if you don't mind.
Go to Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Oh, did we even pick this game though, or are we still on this game?
No, we're still in the game. I think we all. Who was it? The 49ers and Rams. I chose the Rams. Who did you pick?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going Rams. Going Rams in this one.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Bengals?
I don't know, because you was talking about the head coach, right? We were talking about head coaches. So I just ended it with Bill Parcells leave North Carolina, go to Cincinnati.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I don't extend it, so let's keep going.
Okay. All right. Pittsburgh versus the Chargers, dude. 2 teams that I hate. Aaron Rodgers against Justin Herbert and the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. Dude, why aren't the Rams and Niners Sunday Night Football? That's way more fun. But we got the Steelers. We got the Chargers. Chargers barely beat the Titans 27-20, albeit on the road. How are you feeling about this one, man?
Yeah. I got the Chargers. I have left them alone for a little while, but I think Steelers will give you 1 out of 3 good games. So they gave you the good one last week, so I'm looking for a letdown after that. So I'm going to go with the Chargers. The question is, because you mentioned about why didn't they have the Rams and 49ers, and I don't disagree with you. Have they flexed any game yet?
Now, I think we got to wait till like week 12 or 13, I think, for that to
Oh, is
start.
that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, anyway, back to it. I don't believe in the Steelers. I think the Chargers are going to win that game. Steelers going to, it hit midnight, so it's time to go back to being the Steelers.
Yeah, the Chargers, man, the one thing that could change this is I feel like Steelers fans are going to fill up SoFi. This game, man. It's going to feel like a road game for the Chargers, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers. Going to go with them. Justin Herbert is a better quarterback right now than Aaron Rodgers, and I don't feel like that's a hot take. So that's all it is. And you're right about the Steelers' inconsistencies.
Yep. Man, great word there, Dave. Great word there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
Uh-oh. $45 million man.
We got the Philadelphia Eagles going up against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. And the Packers, I'm kind of surprised about this one. The Packers are minus 2.5 point favorites. Personally, I think Philadelphia is a substantially better team right now than Green Bay. They are coming off a terrible home loss to the Panthers. Maybe you could argue statistically, the odds of them losing back-to-back home games are just very, very low. But man, I had the Philadelphia Eagles. You had the Philadelphia Eagles at number 1 in our power ranking show on Tuesday. Are you picking them to beat Green Bay on Monday night?
Absolutely not. But as you just said, it's the probability of them losing back-to-back home games. It's crazy, but yeah. But no, I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe they found their problem with the running game. We know the last game that the Eagles played, the man Saquon Barkley. It was all Saquon Barkley, baby, and I like to see that. 150 yards rushing on 14 carries. Even use him out of the backfield a little bit. Scored a touchdown, receiving touchdown, 4 catches for 24 yards. I like that. I think that's the offense they need to play.
Yes.
And they didn't have A.J. Brown playing. So that may have made a difference.
That's interesting. Yeah, too bad he can't get off that contract. He's questionable for this week.
There you go. And I don't think it does. I don't think it did him any favors. Now, granted, they did play the Giants, right? Let's don't act like they played some killer team. But I don't think it did him any favors to look like that and him not playing.
Oh yeah, hopefully it gives the Eagles more leverage to say, "Shut up, man, do your job."
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Man. Go read that book. We don't care. Dude, Jalen Hurts, got to give him his props. 15 passing touchdowns on the year to only 1 interception. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he has taken 25 sacks this year. Yikes. But, yeah. Jalen Hurts has 20 touchdowns. Bo Nix has 20 touchdowns. I heard him comped to Jalen Hurts this week. Bo Nix comped to Jalen Hurts. Not sure how I feel about that, but
I don't think that's a bad thing, though.
Yeah, I guess not. They're just inaccurate at times, but when the game is on the line, they play their best.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with the Eagles in this game too.
Wow.
Sorry, Green Bay.
And I still think Jalen Hurts top 5 quarterback in the NFL if we're using people's standard way of looking at it.
He's a good quarterback. He's different. You know, he's not a pocket passer type of guy. That's okay.
And I love the way Philadelphia play. Who was I was watching somebody. I don't recall. Maybe in the Ravens. I was watching somebody, and it's second. No, it was the Ravens. I think down on the goal line. I think it's 2nd and 1, and they're not they're not in a formation that guarantees a first down.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is this: when I watch Philadelphia, if it's 2nd and 1, they will tush push it.
Yes. Hell, if it's 2nd and 2, sometimes they'll do that.
They'll tush push it, right? They don't wait until it's 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1. They do it. When I watch the Eagles, their objective is stay and get first downs. Stay in short yardage, get first downs. Our goal is to get first downs, period. It ain't nothing else. 2nd and 1, tush push, get the first down, start over. You know what I mean? 3rd and 1, tush push it, get the first down, start over. I see too many organizations, man. 2nd and 1, third, and I get it. I know people in the chat. Well, sometimes what you want to do is just try to make a big play because you feel like you're ahead of the chains, and you can get it on the next down.
Mm-hmm.
Philly don't play that way. I don't see them playing that. They get first downs, man. First downs is the objective. First downs turn into touchdowns. So I love that. I see a lot of bad in college. Oh my God, let's don't even talk about college football. I don't think college football understands short yardage. I think that concept is gone. But man, I respect Philly and how they do it. My bad.
Yeah.
I know I got on a tangent again, but
I'm curious, Ra, if you have a few minutes.
Oh, I got it.
Since we've been talking about coaching a little bit.
Right.
Who would you say, and you don't have to rank them, just put them in a group. Who would you say are the 5 best coaches in the NFL right now? Head coaches.
I don't have to rank them.
No, just give me a group.
Give me Kansas City coach, Kansas City Chiefs coach.
Andy Reid.
Give me I'll take the Chiefs, take New England.
Vrabel.
I'll take Steelers.
Mike Tomlin.
I'll take Broncos.
Deshaun Payton.
Yeah, I'll take Sean Payton. I'll take Rams.
You take Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Man, you really put Mike Tomlin in that top 5.
Okay, we're talking about coaching, right?
Yeah.
So how I define coaching is not necessarily about wins. I define coaching by what you get out of. Can you make a meal out of smack ramen noodles?
Okay.
A 5-star meal. So yeah, I got Mike Tomlin in there because that offense has been dead and they don't have losing seasons. And they play in arguably the toughest division in football. Maybe not this season, but in general, I think if we go back, 10 years, we would. I think there's an argument to be made. AFC North is the most difficult division in all of football.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to get that credit. You got to be pretty doggone good not to have a losing season and play in that division and to be that handicapped.
Yeah. Maybe he's not the greatest offensive talent evaluator.
But again, that leans so much on I don't in the NFL, talent acquisition, I don't put coaches into that. I think in the NFL, head coaches have suggestions, strong suggestions, but they don't necessarily dictate who they receive and who they don't.
Yes.
Bill Parcells said it best. If you want me to coach it, let me buy my own groceries. Which he's saying, what he's saying is that he want to be able to pick who he want, and there's only a few coaches that are allowed that.
Yes. Yes.
So since I'm going to grade them, I'm not going to grade them on talent acquisition. I'm going to grade them on what they do with what they have. Because I don't know who has that authority, and I don't know who don't, so I don't add it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I guess Vrabel kind of falls in that sort of category as well, even though he's having a really good year with New England this year. But that's kind of what he did at Tennessee. Just got a lot out of those guys.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, absolutely, he did. And remember, they lost A.J. Brown. Remember? Didn't he say, I didn't even know it? Ain't that what he said? It was either him or the GM, one of them. It was like, it had been him. He was like, I was blown away by it too. Which goes back to the point of I can't judge a head coach on talent in the NFL. Can't do that. So I don't know. Now that you mentioned it, who do you have? Give me your top 5.
All right. In no particular order.
Okay, no.
I got to throw in Sean Payton, Andy Reid. That's where we agree. I'll throw Kyle Shanahan in there. I'll throw Sean McVay in there. And honestly, man, it's hard to say with the brand of football that they play that Nick Sirianni isn't one of the best coaches.
Oh, my God. I'm glad you mentioned that. Oh, my God, I'm glad you mentioned that. But I hate you put him in it because I was going to come back. I thought you was going to say somebody else. Yeah. But you came back. See, this is why I don't use wins as reflective of if you're a good coach or not. Because in my list, if we use wins, I gotta kick Shanahan out and add Nick Sirianni. I gotta kick him out because Shanahan ain't won nothing.
No.
Now we got to call it down. We call a spade a spade. He ain't won nothing. And in the concentrated time that Nick Sirianni has been at Philadelphia, he's been to 2 Super Bowls and won one. He has been a winning organization. So when people come in and say, well, you missed this and this, see, that he supports the Mike Tomlin point. Yes. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, if you don't, and I'm not saying this towards you, right? We all got our opinions. Right. If a person if they're gonna argue me about Tomlin, I'm gonna say, then if you're gonna argue against Tomlin, you have to put Nick Sirianni in it. I don't think you can argue against Nick. I don't think you can argue against Tomlin and then say Nick Sirianni ain't top 5.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. And you put him in it, so I get it. You put him in it. Yeah.
And with how the Eagles are talked about, man, it's just the standard for them is just so high. So anytime they're not looking close to perfect, they're all going to be criticized. But again, I have, I favor coaches that are offensive gurus type of guys or whatever, but Sirianni seems to navigate the OC position pretty decently, it seems. And again, they play a brand of football on offense and defense that is just very hard to beat. And he navigates through the divas and the distractions of Philadelphia really well, man. Not a lot of coaches are built for it, especially long term. And he's shown that he can, weather those storms.
Dave, I love you. Hey, honestly, I love your list if you got Nick Sirianni. I can't argue with your list if you have Nick Sirianni in it. I cannot argue against it, right? Because in any argument I have, your Nick Sirianni hammers the point home.
Yeah. Nick Sirianni, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
I do want to see Mike Tomlin somewhere else, though. I gotta be honest, man. If you consider Mike Tomlin a top 5 coach, how the hell have you blown out that front office yet?
What do you mean?
Why haven't you fired the general manager, all those guys in charge of putting the players in front of them? I'd rather him go to another team that's got a better general manager. That's what I'm trying to say.
I got you. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are an extremely traditional, conservative organization.
Yeah.
So I think they run it in a manner of a hierarchy pyramid, and where you at is where you're at. You're gonna do your job.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they are that. So, and I don't know how much the head coach over there has decision making above people on a hierarchy tree or pyramid, and what they, and what happens with them. So I think that's just how. Which I don't prefer organizations like that. I think well-run organizations are that way, but I think that's like Sean. I feel like Sean Payton, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Sean Payton could have a problem with talent acquisition and get the GM fired.
He definitely could.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think he can do that. Not saying that Mike Tomlin can't. I just don't see an organization that's built like that.
I guess the one big criticism I have for Mike Tomlin, if we're gonna take the players out of it, is like Matt Canada at OC for all those years, and then moving to Arthur Smith.
Nah, I agree with you on that.
Just a archaic, stale style of offense, man. I don't like that.
Yeah, totally agree. All right, no disagreements there. I think he messed up. I think he has messed up on assistant coaches, but I also believe, which I don't blame Tomlin for, I also believe because of what they did with Big Ben, going 2 or 3 years too long, killed the organization, because it puts you in a situation where you damn near got to tell your head coach, I need you to lose. I need you to lose. If you lose, we can fix this. But continuing to be middle of the road, we can't fix it.
Right.
At middle of the road. You can't do it. That's the worst. I think that's the worst position any organization can be in, middle of the road. Especially when you're just good, when you're good on one side of the ball and you're not at all on the other side.
No.
Yeah. Because it takes big moves. So if you're middle of the road, now what you got to do, you got to get rid of assets and clear cap space. That's what you got to do. So they tried that a little bit, but and I'm sure it's other Steelers fans that just speak more to it than me, but I think they attempted to do that, but it just don't work. You can't go. You went and drafted a guy. Granted, he was the first quarterback pick, like 14. Kenny Pickett, and I think you reached on that.
I think he was pick 20.
Was he 20? I thought he was about 14, 15.
But okay, I'm gonna look it up, man.
No, that's fine. I mean,
but yeah, like he was a late first rounder, which those guys have a much smaller chance of hitting than guys picked in the top.
Exactly. And you knew he couldn't have been that good because he went to a decent organization.
Yeah, he was the 20th overall.
20th pick. Okay, so 20th pick, but yet the first quarterback pick. So, bro, Pittsburgh, you got to be sorry, bro. You just got to be sorry. But you got to be sorry. It is what it is. Just got to be sorry a year or two.
Yeah, I wonder if this might be a year where they could get aggressive, man. I still haven't followed the quarterback and like the NFL draft stuff too quickly now, but it seems like the perception around this year's draft class is, slightly, going up week by week in terms of the amount of first-round quarterbacks they feel like there are. We'll have to see. This last one was absolute booty. I wonder if you almost sit Cam Ward down like you do Wasn't Jared Goff benched for a little bit? I know he didn't start immediately as the first overall pick, but after he started, wasn't he sat down a little while just so Jeff Fisher couldn't ruin him even further until they got McVay?
Man, I don't even recall, but I know they sat at Carolina last year.
Yeah. I wonder if you almost do that. I don't know, man. With some of these quarterbacks that got bad habits, you don't want to continue to reinforce them to an extent. It's a fine line to draw, but what was the point I was trying to make with that? Yeah, I don't know. This quarterback class might be half decent, man. And it would be nice to see the Steelers get a modern philosophy there on the offensive side of the ball, man. But Mike Tomlin has to push for it, man. He's got it.
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I agree. My question is, I don't know who they. I think they need a big body type of quarterback.
Yeah, somebody who embodies the toughness.
Right. I think Jackson Dart would have been a heck of a pickup at Pittsburgh. I think. Oh my God, I hate to say it. I wouldn't mind seeing them try Anthony Richardson.
Dude, that would be amazing.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. But I think it's that type of quarterback that they need. Now, Sellers at South Carolina don't look good to me.
Dude, he's a disaster.
Yeah, he don't look good to me. Oklahoma's quarterback, was it Mateer?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's an NFL quarterback, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it down the middle. I don't think he's an NFL quarterback. Who else is out there, Dave?
Here, I'm pulling up a list here for us to take a look at. And a lot of these quarterbacks, man, they got good size. Let's see here. So this is PFF's big board right now. It changes fairly often. Fernando Mendoza, 6'5", 225. Dante Moore, 6'3", 206. The thing about Dante Moore is that I'm not really big on guys who have just started 1 year in college. I don't think that their track record of success is very good in the NFL, guys who have only been a 1 year starter. Ty Simpson, I know you're a big SEC guy. What have you thought of his play this year?
You know who he reminds me of? Matt Jones.
Yeah.
I wouldn't draft him in the first round. That's me.
That's fair. I thought Mac Jones was a day 2 guy. Norris Sellers, yeah. Sam Levitt.
How tall is he?
6'3", 240. But he just plays. I don't know if he plays in structure as much as you'd want for a Steelers quarterback, right?
Right. You're about to get to the guy that I think.
You like Sam Levitt?
Nope.
Garrett Nussmeier?
Yep.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
6'1".
Really? I thought he was taller than that, bro.
I thought he was taller than
that. Okay. I changed all that. I could have swore he was taller than that, bro. Yeah, well, no. Move on.
Yeah, Mateer, I don't know if he's an NFL guy. Jaden Maava, he's 6'4", but I don't think he's that good. And honestly, dude, I haven't watched one game of Clemson this year or Penn State. But Drew Aller, man, maybe that's a guy that they just do a Jordan Love plan with. Drew Aller.
How tall is Drew Aller?
6'5", 235. And again, just so volatile in his drive-by-drive performances, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if he's a guy that you can develop for, the old school 3 years before you're giving him that opportunity to start, maybe he could be something. But again, I feel like he might get overdrafted just based on traits. And
yeah. I think he can move. Can he move to? I think he.
yes,
Doesn't he move? Yeah.
yeah. Now, apparently,
Sure.
Penn State fans feel like they move him too much. That's what I've heard some of them say. They feel like this offense has involved his legs too much.
I'll put it to you like this. If he comes out and he has a heck of a pro day, he'll be. I don't even know. Here we go. Hot take. Drew Allen will be the first person picked in the draft, and I hate to put these caveats on stupid stuff like this, but if he has a good pro day, he'll be the first dude off board.
He's only 21.
Yeah, he'll be the first guy off the board.
What do you think of these guys? Carson Beck's and Trinidad Chambliss.
Carson Beck, he's not doing himself any favors. Probably a day 2 guy, 3rd round. How tall is my man from Ole Miss?
6 feet.
Yeah. Okay. He's not in the conversation.
I love that you're like that too.
No, look, I don't, but I'm not like you. You just totally against it. You're totally against it. I think a shorter quarterback can play. You just got to be in the right situations, bro. But I'm not drafting. I'm probably not going to draft that, bro.
What about Carson Beck in Pittsburgh, man?
Nope.
You don't like it?
No.
And I guess Darian Mensah. I haven't watched much of Duke. 6'3", 205 though. And after that, none of these guys. I thought that Luke Altmaier might, increase his stock this year, but nah, man, he's just not a good quarterback.
If I was Cleveland, because they have a better opportunity, and you want a quarterback this season in the 1st round, you go get Drew Allen, right? Go get it. Okay. This is what I would do if I'm Cleveland. I'm trading. I am trading Myles Garrett. I'm gonna get what I can for him. If I can get Drew Aller, I'm getting Drew Aller. I'm gonna draft him. All right, fine. This is not a Shador conversation, so I don't want to turn into that. But whoever you choose to play the next 2026, Shador or Dillon, I sit Drew Aller behind them. I play whatever quarterback that y'all want to say, because I don't want to argue that. So you play whatever quarterback, because it ain't about that. It's about the team anyway. So
right.
You play that quarterback. You make some. You use some more of your draft assets. Get you some pieces around to get you an O-line. Get you an offensive lineman. Get some pieces, and you play it, because you still got 27 picks too, probably, if you trade Myles Garrett. You come back in 27, shore your team up again, and you play your man Drew Aller right there. Your quarterback.
They got that Jags first this year for Travis Hunter as well.
Facts.
Don't forget that.
Facts. So that's what I would do.
And then the conversation can be, why are you giving Dylan Gabriel only half the starting reps week after week to get Drew Aller ready, right?
That conversation will never be broached. I mean, Dave, think about that though. It may be that. It could be Shador. I don't care who, but I would sit him.
Yeah.
Right. And
I mean, that was Jordan Love's whole thing, man. He was incredibly raw coming out of Utah State.
Pat Mahomes too. He sat. Pat Mahomes sat.
Yes. He only started the last game of the season because they had a bye.
Right. Exactly. He sat. So that's what I would do. And then on top of that, whoever's your quarterback, if you use one of these guys, I'm sure you got to go pick up a vet, right? You just can't really go with that. So you get, you have Drew Aller, you have Shador, Dillon, and a vet. So you'll still have 4. Because you really need a vet, bro. To be honest with you. Well, you got Deshaun Watson. I apologize. You ain't got to get nobody. So, you got Deshaun Watson. And reports have said that he has been more than helpful in the as far as helping these young quarterbacks. So he's been an asset. So I mean, you just go with that. Push come to shove, you play Deshaun Watson anyway. He's on last year's deal. You paying him $50 million, $60 million, paying, playing. Drew Allen's the future. So, and be done with it.
That's a beautiful
thing,
man.
I mean, that's what I would do. I'm getting rid of Myles Garrett. If I can move that big contract, I'm getting rid of him, getting assets, and then I'm going to grow my team with the guy I think is going to be my quarterback. And at least this, though, Dave, the positive with this is when you building those pieces around Drew Allen, and I'm using Drew as an example. Guys, don't get hung up on the Drew Allen deal. It's an example. Don't get hung up on it. Whoever the quarterback you pick, if you choose to do that, once you start surrounding them with good pieces, if the quarterback is not your guy, it don't take a lot to throw the other guy to find something else to continue moving forward, bro. I don't know why it's that hard. Honestly, hey, y'all hire me. Hire me. Please hire me. I'll show y'all how to do this, man.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. The Raiders could use you over there.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, Raiders. I'm glad you said that. I hope I ain't holding you too long.
No.
The Raiders. Why didn't they? I would have traded Ashton Jeanty at the trade deadline.
Again, their pick made no sense in the first place.
Bro, exactly. You first off, those of you, and you know who I'm talking to, about Ashton Jeanty in the first round was insane in itself.
You don't draft 5'8" running backs at
bro.
6.
Why did they do that? And second, so you trade deadline, trade Ashton Jeanty, right? Because about time that team gets good, he's off his rookie deal. You're not going to pay him. You're not going to pay him. So since you're not going to pay him, why did you even pick him?
Dude, it's what the Jets did. It's what the Giants did.
They never pay him, Dave. You're not going to pay him.
Oh, man.
So get rid of him now when he's an asset. You trade him now. He's on a rookie deal. Somebody need a running back. Try to get your pick back. You ain't gonna get a first for him, so you know that you might get lucky and get a second, low second. You probably can get a third for sure. So hey, hold on, Dave. That tells you how important the pick is. You couldn't even sell him for what you bought him for.
Yeah, that's bad, man. Dude, that's bad. And I imagine they try and go with one of these guys. I don't know who's going to be the right fit. Do they even keep Chip Kelly?
Probably not. But I get it, though.
Chip Kelly said yesterday that he's got word that Chip Kelly was a Tom Brady guy, not a Pete Carroll guy.
Oh, well, then
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. If he come on, man. You know, in the NFL, you got the head coach need to pick his coordinators, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tom Brady might be more like Michael Jordan when it comes to being a team owner than.
100%. But you would think he'd be better than Michael Jordan because Tom Brady, once upon a time, was sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just call it what it is. I mean, he was Brock Purdy, bro.
Right. But it is kind of weird now that you think about it. It's like none of the, Chip Kelly wasn't. He's not a Pete Carroll type of OC that he's like.
Nope, he ain't even that. He's not even that. Honestly, Pete Kelly is a college OC. That's what he is.
Did they even have a good? Did he ever have a good offense in any of his times in the NFL?
Oh, no.
Maybe that first year in Philly when they were freaking practicing on Saturdays and, tracking their sleep and electrolyte intake, and they were running a whole bunch and trying to snap the ball every 25 seconds.
Yeah, I don't recall, but he's in the NFL. Kelly's in the NFL because he can't stand college football.
I mean, I don't blame him.
He cannot stand it. Now, has he? Okay, guys, listen. Has Chip Kelly came out and said, "I don't like college football"? No, he has not. He's never said that. Nobody's going to burn bridges. What he said though is he is not a fan of recruiting. Okay, he is not that. And if you're not that, you don't like college football. So that's why he keeps trying to leave. He keeps trying to leave, bro. He don't like it. He don't like it, bro.
Well, he's gonna have to learn college again.
Yeah, because like he's gonna be headed that way,
man. I think you got to get rid of him, man. It's crazy how bad this Raiders offense is, man. I think they're averaging like under 20 points a game. I think they got like the second worst offense in the NFL right now.
But I mean, when you went and drafted a dude out of Boise State as your starting running back,
dude, I'm so glad they didn't get Sam Darnold. They got Geno Smith instead.
Yeah.
I was wrong on Geno Smith, man.
I thought he'd be better too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he'd be better too.
Yeah, Chip also can't stand black people, but he loves football.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
There's always been those narratives about him, man. And with how he's have Geno Smith playing right now, it's hard to disagree.
Man, it's crazy. But I don't know, Dave. I mean, that's what I would do. So I don't know who's coming out at the quarterback position, bro, and who's going to be
I think Dante Moore should come back. Ty Simpson should probably come back. Sellers needs to come back and transfer.
For facts.
Levitt needs to come back. Nussmeier, I guess he's out of eligibility, so he needs to go somewhere and sit. Mateer, probably better for another year. Dude, all these guys. Drew Aller, can he grad transfer? Or is he out of eligibility? I forget.
I don't know how much. He's played 4 seasons.
Okay, so he's probably got to go then. He didn't redshirt.
2022. Let me see how many games he played. 2022. He may have redshirted that season. I don't know how many games he played that season. Here, I have to look up. Let me see. Because he only had 35 passes in 2022. So I'd have to.
Interesting. Well, yeah, they don't have him as a redshirt senior on here. I would assume he's out of eligibility then. But
yeah, he played. Yeah, what? They
burned a record 35 pass attempts.
Yeah. Hey. So I guess he was a change of pace guy.
Huh.
2 completions, 6 completions. I'm going down the games. 2 completions in 2022. So he had to be a change of pace guy.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if any of these guys are year 1 starters, maybe outside of Mendoza, and we'll see about Dante Moore. But dude, I want to see Sean McVay develop somebody, man. Matthew Stafford ain't going to be there for forever, so this might be a good year to get a guy in the second and third round and see what can come from it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So, hey, so you're too early. First quarterback off the board. Who is it?
It's got to be Mendoza to the Jets.
Gotcha. Oh,
6'5", big arm. He's a Cal guy. People forget that, right? Cal. So he's smart. The thing about New York is that usually a lot of these California guys don't end up performing well. But the good thing for Mendoza is that he's been playing in Indiana this year. So maybe he can make that transition to the cold Northeast well.
6'5", 225. But he got more time too, though. Looks like.
Yeah. But if he's the projected first guy, I would imagine he goes. Just don't, just a couple pieces of advice for Mendoza. Throw at the fucking Senior Bowl or the Shrine Bowl. Hire an agent. Do a couple of those things, and you'll be drafted first overall, my man.
I'm going to leave that right where you put it. Not touching that. But, Yeah, I can't see him having that many problems, but I could also see him doing everything you just said too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure whoever is directing him is going to direct him in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Cal guy, man. So Rawhide, thanks so much. This was a great long show. This was a lot of fun. We'll see
Yeah,
how our
yeah.
picks do. Do you got any other shows this week?
Abs-
What you got going
a-
on?
Absolutely not. My next live show I'll do will probably be on Monday. It'll be
Okay.
my ranking, my college football ranking show, and Monday morning quarterbacking. I'll combine into one. Speaking of, any issues with the college football playoffs poll?
Ooh,
Did you have any?
I didn't look at it
Any?
yet. I didn't look
Okay,
at it.
okay, okay.
No.
All right then.
So down bad I am right now in
Oh
college
yeah,
football.
but yeah. So I'll be doing that on Monday, man. I'll probably be releasing some stuff though.
Okay.
So if you all subscribe, man, hit the notification button that you will see. There'll be some other videos that are not the public doesn't have access to. So I'll be kicking some stuff out.
Love it. All right, guys. Like you just said, go follow Rawhide Media for you. Some of the best content out there.
That's a stretch,
What's
but I'm
the
good with
tagline?
it.
I always forget it.
Oh, you may be a
Visitor,
visitor,
but never
but
a
never a
stranger.
stranger. That's right.
Yeah.
We are welcoming to everyone.
Yeah,
I know it
that's
doesn't
right.
sound like that sometimes, but yeah, we are.
I need to hear y'all talk about your top coaches sometimes. You know,
We can do that.
well,
I can
I
do
want
that.
to know what the panel has to say because some
In
people on that
NFL,
panel
though?
say what?
NFL?
Yeah, in the
Okay, I can
NFL
do that.
too.
Yeah, I'll give you one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
That would be hilarious, man, to see what some of these guys got to say. So we'll end the stream here. I'll be live later tonight for my Broncos post game, hopefully after a nice win here with Mic'd Up and Let's Talk Broncos. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.